Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Everybody's saying hi. Live chat. Hello, everyone. Ooh, everybody, close the door. Ah, thanks for being here. I thought we'd do this every week. Let's talk EV. I think that's fun. Not just talking about news here, so I will, but it would be nice if you know you can have topics too and suggestions and stuff that we should talk about and maybe news that I don't have. I only have a few news. Who's there? Okay. Hi from UK. Hi from Germany. I know that I should repeat all the time if somebody is saying something. Does anybody know how on the YouTube app for a smartphone can you say that the chat is always there? It always disappears after a few seconds. That's annoying. So I don't know, 5 seconds and then a chat is gone. Then I have to press it again so I can see it, and that's annoying. They're from Greece. They're from everywhere. Look at that. That's nice. Let's wait a few seconds. Everybody's in. Sound works. Or sound is working. It should be. Looks like it. What are you doing back there? Cat here. Where are you? There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, let's start. So, how is everybody? Everybody okay? At home? Not doing much? Loud and clear. Thank you. Um, I don't know how your situation is here in Germany, especially in Bavaria. It's a bit strict. Coffee is good. So Germany has, of course, lockdowns like most other countries, but Bavaria has it even a bit stronger. So restaurants are closed, only takeout is possible, and then every non-essential shop is closed. But companies are all open. I work normally, only half the time, but we have, of course, less business, but I work. Uh, and grocery stores are open, everything's fine, but you're not allowed to go around with more than one person from your household, and you're not allowed to do partying, of course, stuff like this. And I'm pretty sure that's very very horrible for a lot of people. For me, it doesn't make a lot of difference. I have to say, I'm 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 not very social. Yeah, I'm doing this now. I'm saying this. I'm not amazingly social, and so for me, that's not a big of difference. We don't go out that much, but um, because of the whole thing, I don't get any cars, and nobody wrote back. I emailed Volkswagen for the e-Golf. Porsche didn't do anything anymore, so no news about anything from me when it comes to getting cars. Really, Belgium is so bad with the death rate? I mean, the States is. Oh my God, the States in one day had as much many dead as Germany had the whole since it started. What, you're being paid to stay at home? Oh, yeah, it is like ghost times. Here I live in a small town here, and it's not that different. I have to say, even at the grocery store, yes, the distance is all there, and you see more people with masks. But overall, when you see people walking around and going for a walk with their dog like we do, then it's not that big of a difference, I have to say. But it's a big thing, and it slows everything down, of course, when it comes to EVs. But there's some ID3 news. Next move. So it's a German electric car rental, and they have a YouTube channel, of course, in German. Uh, Empty roads, that's true. Um, they have a great YouTube channel and they have news every week, and they know that the ID3 is starting to be built again in Zwickau. Zwickau is the Volkswagen factory where they're building the ID3, and they did it till the shutdown. When was this? Beginning of April? No, before that. I can't remember. But they're starting up again. They have the regulations to because of the virus and everything. But they're starting the production for the ID3, and what they said, I'm totally confused with the timeline. Uh, cool. Okay, that's good to be paid by the government to not go to work. Um, I don't know how the timeline all works. I always thought that in November they started building cars for the employees, so they drive around and they see problems with the car, and then very soon after that they build customer cars. And in the news they said that they're still building. Sorry, cat. Yeah, I mean, yes. And they said that they're still building the employer cars, not customer cars. And I don't believe that. I mean, we've seen the cars parking somewhere. Many of them, they cannot all be employee cars. So I'm pretty sure they're already building cars for customers. And the other thing I don't get, since somebody explained that to me, the whole strategy behind the ID3 first was to only have 3 lines with 3 or even less for some countries, so that when Volkswagen is building the cars, it's as easy as possible. So either line 1, line 2, line 3, and that's it. And so I don't get why other countries are the lines are different, have different options in there, like with the heat pump for Northern European countries. Doesn't it all make it harder to do? Cool. That's nice that you've switched. Yeah, that's good. So you have something to do. You're still getting paid? I hope so. Still getting paid the same way as before, but you're just building something different. I'm pretty sure government will pay for the supplies or health insurance. Yes, Finnegans. So that's for me that's weird with the that's good. It's weird with the ID3 with feature packages. I don't get it. I still hope that every ID3 in Germany has the heat pump. I doubt it, but I would love to. Heat pump, I think for 40,000 euros should be in an electric car. I'm sorry. Uh, um, Something else I wanted to talk about is Polestar 2, but I had a question just a second ago. What was it? Have you ordered ID3 first, and what version and color? I have not ordered the ID3. I have pre-booked it. I have pre-booked it in white. What is it? Glacier white or something? With the light gray. No, that's light gray and white interior in line 2. So the one for 46. Building a Viking ship with a group. That's cool. That sounds like fun. Will any ID3 will deliver this year with the delays? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure ID3. Uh, yeah, true. I'm pretty sure that the ID3 will still come in summer. Maybe even earlier than we think. I think the cars are totally working right now. It's all about the software, and I think the software is stuff that's entertainment. It's not something that you need to drive. I think the cars are already working and driving like e-golf and e-up and stuff. It's all working. What's not working is the connectivity to the server, and then have updates and inside the car having streaming. This all has to go over some server. I'm pretty sure this is what's not working properly right now. So what I see is the cars are being delivered the same way in summer, maybe even amazingly early in June, possible, and or July, something like this, or end of June. And but there will be missing features when it comes to entertainment, but they will all work with driving and having uh, show all the data and stuff like this. I think the inside of the car thing is working. It's all about the connectivity that they're still working on. Let's go on. What do I have? Any plan to change your background to a green screen? No, I don't do the green screen thing. And I'm filming this with my phone. I, uh, I, I thought about doing it with my normal camera, but then I need HDMI capture card and stuff like this. And I went, nah, just way easier to do this. And it works. Just like that. Yes, I hope too that the ID3 will come soon. I hope that Volkswagen will have another event with ID3 or invite some people to drive it for real, not for 10 minutes. And I hope they think about me. I mean, I'm always poking on their door. Hey, hey, don't forget about me. Hey, hey, don't forget about me. I do that all the time. They must be annoyed by me right now. Hello from Alberta, Canada, owner of Toyota Prius Prime plug-in. Woohoo! Is it good? I never drove a Toyota in my life. I have no idea. Chris, the UK we can only get the ID3 First Plus, not the Max. So I ordered and have on my drive. The Tesla Model 3 is a fantastic car. The Tesla Model 3 is a fantastic car. That is correct. That's the reason why so many in the UK cancelled, huh? Because you only have the Plus, not the Max, and not the normal thing. Denmark should come with the heat pump, we are told. Yes, because so all northern European countries, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, you all get the heat pump in all thing. We in Germany we don't, and that's crap. Regen is, yes, it's a software that it shows you the regen, but it works. I'm pretty sure regen is already working in the car. I mean, I drove it and it worked. I could drive Model 3 on the way to work at least. Yeah, that's nice. What's the T word? That's a Tesla? That's true. Volkswagen is many years behind Tesla on IT. Of course they are. They never had to do that. Tesla is doing this since. When did the Model S come out? And they started, of course, before that. They had to develop the car as well. Many, many years. And Volkswagen is doing this for 3 years, something like this. That's true. Well, I don't have anything against Tesla at all. It, there are up videos planned. I only have one more video about the app, and it's not about planning. I had it for 2 weeks. It's already gone. I filmed everything and then edited everything, and then I upload every few days a video. The last one is what I liked and what I didn't like about the video. 2012. Okay, so they started 2010 with developing the Model S. So that's 10 years, and Volkswagen is doing it for 3 years. With you in close talks with Volkswagen, is the car? I asked if ID3 is coming to Canada. They didn't know back then. Maybe I'm pretty sure not the first edition. Well, pretty sure we are sure. Maybe they think they should get it, but right now they don't know. So nobody knows. With ID3 in Canada would be nice. Why not? It's all about demand, and if they see that they have a lot of requests at dealerships and stuff, I think it's all about this. I'm pretty sure it's not going to the US, but I'm pretty sure there are some people who like that too. I got a cat here. Yes, I know. Go lay down. Eh, yes. I'm not alone anymore. Social distancing. Oh, good. Another thing that was interesting this week is that now the Polestar 2 is available to order, and not just the first edition. So Polestar 2, of course, the same had a first edition, so where people can pre-book and pay money, and then you are the first to get the car. But now the books are open, so you can order it normally. And of course, there's not a lot of options. There's, I think, only one. And then you can say if it's a performance pack and something like this, where the motor doesn't change, it's just the brakes and the seat belts are different color. And it starts at 53,000 euros, but the in Germany incentives is already deducted. So the only thing that you get when you buy the car, you get from the government another part. You get another 3,000, so it's 50,000, a few hundred euros for that car, and it sounds really awesome. It's a 300 kilowatt motor, all-wheel drive, and I love the entertainment system that it's Android. That sounds very interesting to get all the apps and everything. Polestars 2 are in productions in China. They started a week ago. That's great. That's really great. Looking forward driving the car. I emailed Polestar a few times. They didn't reply back. ID4, I'm sure we'll hear way more. There will be a big announcement how it will look like really in detail, inside, outside. I'm pretty sure inside ID4 will look very close except for space with the ID3. I'm pretty sure they will. Sorry, wrong button. I really pressed the wrong button. Oh God. Hello from Denmark. I ordered an Max. Do I have anything to please? Have you tried an ID3? If you see my videos, I was invited to a pre-booking event in Dresden last December, and I drove the ID3 for 10 minutes. It was a pre-production car. That was fun. You should do that. And I made millions of videos about it, of course. I would love an ID bus. Yeah, so looks interesting too. Watched you on the e-hub, folks, small, but it looks like it did an honest review. I hope so. I always do honest reviews. If I don't like something, I tell it. That's why my Audi e-tron videos are not very liked, because I'm honest and I didn't like it. I have no idea if it's just Volvo in Polestar or anything else. I don't know much about the company. I saw the car. It looks nice. It's higher than you think. It looks more like an Jaguar I-Pace than it looks like a Model 3. Happy Easter to you too. The interior was all okay. It all sounds great. I'm pretty sure the 300 kilowatt motors. That looks nice. Do you know if the tail lights include in the narrow plastic strip section? I have no idea what that means. And are you talking about the ID3? And then I still don't know what that means. VW have been still sleepwalking, and if they would not be caught cheating, VW would still be icing it. That's possible. It's very possible. So it's good they're being caught cheating. It's the biggest. Am I right? Volkswagen is the biggest car manufacturer in the world? Am I right? With all, I mean, the whole group, Audi, Porsche, Seat, Skoda, I'm pretty sure. So if they are just doing electric cars, I think that is a big step and amazing. And if it's needed to be caught cheating, then that's fine with me. I'm not a Volkswagen fanboy, and I don't what do I say? It's not that they were cheating, and so I'm not mad at them. But I also, as like I said, I'm not a fan. So I just like the car. I'm not a company. I'm never a company fan. Companies are big and I mean, I like that Volkswagen is doing the whole switch and that the car is delivered CO2 neutral. I like that. But I'm more fan of the car. I have two kids. I guess ID4 will be more suitable than three. Hopefully, price will be under 45,000 euros. Well, it depends with your kids if you need a lot of luggage. The ID3 will fit four people or five people, except for the big battery, very comfortably. But if you have a lot of luggage in the back, if you need more than would fit in a Golf, because the trunk is almost that size, then yes, you need the ID4. But if it's just for the people, the ID3 can sit the five people very comfortable, even five grown-ups. It's not a Golf size. Have you driven in Canada or the USA? The trucks are very big, do not have side skirt or speed limiters, need a bigger hull, and you just get squashed. I have driven in Canada. I was living in Canada for 6 months, and the streets are amazingly wide, and so big cars have no problem. In Europe, it's a bit different. I mean, a normal street in Canada is bigger than the highway in Germany. They just like it very big. They have a lot of space. And where have we? Yes. But I like the speed limit in Canada. Yes, it's not nice that you can never drive above 100 kilometers an hour, even on the highway. But the trucks are going 100 kilometers too. So everybody's driving 100 kilometers an hour. Trucks or small cars or big cars, I mean, of course, if they're not speeding, and then it's a very comfortable drive. I mean, the roads are horrible. I was in the Ontario, Ottawa region, and the roads are just horrible because it's made for 100 kilometers an hour, so it goes up and down. So all you do the whole time is thing, and then this hole and pothole here, and the highway was only separated with a thin a line with trees or bushes in between, so nothing shut down. It was a bit interesting to me. I'm only used to German highways. Let's go on. It's clear you're not from the UK. Your English is too good. No, come on. UK is great. I just watched Dairy Girls on Netflix, an Irish show, and they're all talking Irish, and it's amazing. I mean, I need subtitles. I could never understand them without the subtitle. Even me, where me and my wife are watching everything in English, but it's just amazing how they pronounce stuff. Have you ever considered the L1? Yes, I have considered the L1. I'm pretty sure I said it the last time that the L1 will be almost identical with the ID3, just less features and therefore a bit cheaper. But if you need more features, then you want the ID3. But if you're okay with more basic stuff, then I think the L1 would be an amazing car. And it looks amazing without that hood thing that the ID3 has. But it will come very late. It's all being built. Even the Seat L1 will be built in Zwickau. And it will come, of course, Volkswagen wants to push their own car before the Seat. So you will see the first edition, then you will see the normal ID3s, maybe even the small battery. And then they will look at the Seat L1. And then only if the factory in Zwickau has the new stuff. So because they're building more production lines. Have you experienced the sound system for the ID3? How do you stand up compares to Beats, and will you, as a musician, consider it as a good quality? I have not heard any sound out of the ID3 except for the driving sound and the E sound, so for the pedestrian warning. But I don't care with car sounds, not as much as you think. So I don't need the Beats sound. As long as it's okay, I'm fine with it. I don't need a subwoofer or anything. Even if I would get a Model 3 or Model S, I would not get the upgraded sound what they had. They don't have that anymore, eh? So this would not have been for the Max edition. The only thing that Max edition has, I'm interested in the head-up display, but I wouldn't pay as much as the 4,000 euros, and the heat pump. That's the only thing. I don't need the panoramic roof. I don't need the travel assist, so autopilot style, and so that's it about me. Where are we? Well, even without cheating, they would have had change to fit the new EU regulation. That's true. That's true. They have to do that. Beats was removed from Max, really. German didn't say anything. Maybe the company cannot provide everything. The problem is that the USA has messed up the English language. You only have 100 kilometers an hour in the Netherlands just now? So just for a short period, or did it just start? Uh-huh. Really? BYD and Toyota will partner in BEV. BYD, the car, I saw it at the Frankfurt Motor Show and I've seen a few videos. It's a bit too much for me. Yes, screen is nice, but for me, I don't think, I think there's a limit for a screen size. And if the whole front is a screen, the same with the Honda E, it's a bit too much for me and I think amazingly distracting. I don't know. Any idea of the official announcement of Elborn? I mean, official announcement is out a long time ago, but what you mean is that when you can order and stuff like this won't be this year. Pretty sure this will start 2021, and there won't be first edition or anything, because it's the same car. Will COVID-19 diminish the sale of the ID.3 during an economic recession? I'm pretty sure it will. I mean, even I was approached by family member, are you sure you want to buy something this expensive or have those payments for many years? If you don't know, I mean, a lot of companies, my company assured us that everything's fine, even if this takes longer. And they so I have to close the door. And they said that we have enough contracts from companies that are not affected by this, grocery store companies and stuff like this that are doing very well right now, that it should be okay, and I will go through with it. I'm pretty sure I will do leasing, but just because, first of all, it's more because that maybe I can change in the future. So if I get the Plus right now, first edition, then maybe in a year I want the Max, or just a normal ID.3 that I spec with heat pump and with the head-up display, or maybe the big battery. Who knows? So I want to keep my options open. Road and wheel noise. In the ID.3, as you've seen my video, I only drove 10 minutes. I thought it was amazingly quiet in there. So wind noise, road noise, wheel noise, it was a bit damp, and I was surprised how quiet it was. But I cannot say that this will be in the final car. Maybe they change stuff. I don't know. Will ID.3 have fake engine sounds? By EU regulations, every electric car that's being built of 2020, it must have a sound system for pedestrians under 30 kilometers an hour. It must make that sound, and you're not allowed it to be able to turn off. So the Hyundai Ioniq, Hyundai Kona, you had that fess, and it was always on when you started the car, and then you can turn it off. Even in the e-up you could do that because it was developed in 2019. But the ID.3 will not have that. It will always have that sound. And there's on the Volkswagen page, there's even a sound file you can download in the press release, I think. So newsroom, Volkswagen newsroom, then press releases somewhere where you can hear the sound. And I played it in one of my videos, and you can hear it in the video where I talk about the whole prototype, because they had it too. It's outside, it's very, it's not too loud, it's totally fine, and it goes up with the speed. So it sounds natural, a bit spacey, but not like the e-up, like a motor, like a gasoline motor. Um, and inside I couldn't hear. I didn't notice, but I was only driving it for 10 minutes, so, or 20 minutes when the other drove, and I didn't hear it. Let me guess. You are working in it. Where am I working in it? Oh, does the Model 3 have this sound? The Model 3 right now does not have this sound. I have no idea. It's not if the car is built in 2020. I think it has to do when it was developed, something like this. Don't pinpoint me, but I know there's a regulation, electric cars, and I know that future Teslas have to have that in Europe too, but uh, I don't know when this has to start. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Elborn that you can see it and maybe talk about it will be late 2020, but you're not receiving it. I'm not working in a software company. No, I'm in a warehouse. I get stuff and send it out. That's all I do. Like strip of the tailgate concept drawing of the ID1 shows taillight like each other. No, ID3 will not have the long. It has normal lights. It's all LED. Even on the normal first edition and maybe even on the normal cars. I think it's just the matrix LED lights that are not standard. Um, and so there's not a strip. Even in the front, there's a strip that goes from light to light, and this is on. I don't know when. Maybe it's a day driving light or this. I don't know. Daily clapping. That's cute. So you go out and everybody's clapping. That's nice. I love the video. Yeah, that would be nice. Have a speaker in the front that you can record your own sound for pedestrians. That's cute that the Model Y has that, but that's dangerous because if you have a sound that's not very good to hear, then Tesla gets a problem with the EU. So maybe you can add something to it, but I'm pretty sure you cannot remove it and have nothing there. That would be a problem. If the model approval for the model is after 182, there is a requirement for sound from the car when driving below 30 kilometers an hour. There is your... Thank you, Johnny. He said it. Have you seen ABFD augmented reality? I've seen the system in the car, and I've seen it projecting something on the windshield. So I've seen it in Frankfurt, and I've seen it in Dresden, but I have not seen it in the car moving. There's always, it was in Frankfurt and in Dresden again, there's a TV and they want to show you how it works, and it looks really amazing. So it's not projecting arrows from navigation or distance to the next car. It doesn't project it on the road. It projects it on the screen, but it knows where you are and it knows where the car is, and so it will make perspective. So makes it smaller and moves it to the car, so it looks like it is on the road. And the same with the arrow for navigation, that you have a little arrow pointing, go this direction, but it of course is not on the road. It's on the it's on your screen. I have seen it in those test conditions where they want to show how it will look like, but I haven't seen it in the car driving. There are some cars, some ID3s are driving around. There've been a lot of sightings. The front light strip is for Plus and Max, I believe. I have no idea. I thought that's for all of them. Which sound would you use if you could customize? I'm pretty okay. I would use no sound. I don't like it at all. With all electric cars so far, I think the most amazing thing is that they don't make any sounds. But if I had to choose, and this sounds amazingly fanboyish, but the ID3 sound that I recorded when I was in Dresden, what I hear on the video, so drive noise to that sound noise sound the best, because it doesn't sound too artificial. It sounds spaceship, like I said, but it seems to fit. The E-up was the most horrible sound I ever heard with the E sound. But the fizz from sound from Hyundai is also fine. It's not a problem. Where were we? How can they avoid it? But as you must have. Huh. I have no idea. For the health workers, we have the daily clapping. They deserve it. Also includes essential workers like you. I'm not an essential worker. Not at all. I'm not essential. Don't put me on that thing. Front lights strip comes with matrix lights. I had no idea. Oh, that's good. I don't know why. It's just a LED strip, and I thought this is for the day driving lights. I thought the day driving lights are the strips around the normal lights, and then the thing in the middle. And I thought every car would have that. Will your ID3 have massage seats? No, because I'm not getting the max. I'm getting the plus. The max was 4,000 euros more, and I thought no. And I don't really think I want massage sheets when I'm driving. I mean, think of it. You're driving long distance, have it nice and warm. Then you have your adaptive cruise control, maybe even in the Max a travel assist, so that's where it steers itself very nicely and comfortable. And then you have massage seats. I don't think that's a good idea. And then you're like, no, no, that's not for me. Where are we? Here we are. That's true. Any of you have sorry, any of you have the Polestar 2 on order, or is a first edition pre-booker? I'm pretty sure with the someone just said that we have to turn the stupid ID3 sound off. I'm pretty sure that it's possible via OBD thingies and change it somehow. Yeah, I know Polestar 2, but I thought about it, and I'm always thinking, okay, 46,000 for the Plus ID3, 50,000 for the Max, and now 53 for the Polestar, 55 for the Model 3 dual motor long range. It's just a tiny step up. But what a lot of people forget, I don't know how it works in other countries, but in Germany, and especially Volkswagen is doing this. So when you order in Germany for electric cars, you get an incentive from the government and from the manufacturer. So, for example, Tesla, when it says on the website the price for your Model 3 is 55,000 euros, then you get you get the car for 55,000 euros and you buy it, and then afterwards you go to the government and say, hey, I bought this electric car, and then you get 3,000 euros from the government. So that's nice. But Volkswagen does it in a different way. The e-up, the e-Golf, and they do it the same with the ID3. When you they announce the price, and even when you go into the configurator in Germany for the e-up or the e-Golf, it shows you the price. And then when you go through the whole thing, there's one option that says incentives. And when you click that, then it deducts 3,000 whatever, 750 euro. It's all about because it's on without tax. and so when you go to the e-up configurator, it says 22,000 euros or something, but not the price that you pay in the end. And then on top, you get from the government, again, 3,000 euros at the end. So ID3, when it says 46,000 euros, under 46,000 euros, what they say, then the price will be, I don't know, 45,500, let's say it like this, or 45,750 euros. And then you get 6,750 euros off. So it's actually 39. And 39 to the 50,000 that the Polestar 2 costs, that's a lot of money. That is 20%, 25%. 25% more. That's a lot of money for all-wheel drive and more power. Do I need more power? Well, not need, but it would be fun. Do I want all-wheel drive? Yes, I do. Do I believe in Polestar? Not yet, because I haven't driven the car. I have no idea. And it's a totally new company, and it's their first real electric car, so it's all new. Waiting for a Taycan 4S comment on the 9-hour 12-minute. What, they did a trip? Who did a trip with the Taycan? I would have wanted to see that. I wanted to do that myself. I'm pretty sure that on a German highway, I calculated when I did planning for Taycan, when I contacted Porsche if I can get a Taycan Turbo S to drive to 1,000 kilometers, maybe even a side Model 3 from a friend. Would have loved that, and only Ionity chargers. The 9 hours 12 minutes sound even a bit slower than I thought. So longer. This is the word. I thought it would be faster. I calculated something, but I can't remember, because I saw a charging video of the Taycan, and the charging speed is so amazing, up to 60-70%, even above 150 kilowatt. Yes, cat in and out the whole time. Do. So driving, when the trip between chargers is at around 100 kilometers an hour, your speed can be at 200 kilometers an hour. So you're there in half an hour. A bit more, of course, with accelerating and stopping, but around this. And if the trip between the chargers is 150 kilometers, then because of the charging, that you have to charge so much, it's better to drive around 180 kilometers an hour. But it's an amazing speed because it charges so fast, and so I think that the 1,000-kilometer trip will be amazingly fast. No incentives for Tesla or Polestar. No, they get incentives, but they don't do it as an option that you click it and they deduct the incentives. They just have it already deducted for you. So it's just they do it automatically. And yes, I think they're both in there. Polestar and Tesla, the expensive Model 3, so dual motor or performance, they have a bit less because they're more expensive. It's all about the base price. It has to be under 40,000 euros without tax. Government grant, sorry, UK is no longer dictated, but that is why my new Model 3 has no sound. I think Model 3 doesn't have any sound yet, even in Germany. That takes a bit dictated, yeah. Mean also in Germany, they don't have sound. Yes, they don't have sound yet. German Model 3 has no sound. Autobahn specialist channel. I know a bit about Autobahn, yes, and I drove a bit. Taycan, some German. So the Taycan drove 110 kilometers an hour average on the trip. So it wasn't on a German highway. He had one slower charger on the trip. Well, he should have done it. Tesla, Björn Thielen managed it with Tesla. I thought Model 3, what Björn Thielen did was 10.5 hours. I thought this was the best speed he had with the Tesla Model 3. Am I wrong? Taycan road trip here. I would love a Taycan road trip. I want the Model 3, I just can't afford it. Model 3 dual motor is, like I said, 55,000 euros with government grant. I learned, you teach me, I learned, is 52,000 euros, and Model 3, ID3 will be 39. That's 13,000 euros more. It's a lot of money. No. If they, and the standard range, I don't know. I'm more into the dual motor. What is the name of the video we did testing the sound in ID3? I like hear the sound. It was in the ID3 pre-booking event playlist on my channel. I think it was everything I learned, or either it was everything I learned about the ID3 at the event, or it was it was how was my test drive with the ID3. I think it was the last one, so ID3 test drive. Was a good video. No sound on Model 3, deal breaker. Average with stops. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can drive faster. It was Autobahn 150, 180 kilometers an hour. I don't know. I calculated something very different. I've seen a video where the Taycan is driving 200 kilometers an hour for a long time on the highway. Average was 167 kilometers an hour, and the consumption was 45. So I'm guessing at 200, it's around 50. So 500 watt hours per kilometer. So, and it charges amazingly fast. I looked at the video and how long it takes for charging, and then I added 5 minutes to get to the charger, plug in and blah blah blah, and it would only use Ionity. And I think it would be faster than those 9 hours, 12 minutes. I think if you plan it right, and I had an amazing plan, just Ionity charges to Dresden, so going up north, the first Ionity charger would be in 70 kilometers, and then the next 100 kilometers, and then I think the biggest distance is once 140 kilometers to a charger, but other than that, it's around 100, so I could go at 200. Of course, we do that on a Sunday and less traffic then, and then to Dresden and then back, and it would be a bit above 1,000 kilometers. I'm pretty sure that could work and be amazingly fast. I would love a video of you with Björn. I would love that too, but I don't think he likes that. He likes his friends, but he's not a collaborator, and that's okay. I get it. He wants to do his own thing, how he wants to do it. But I would love when I get my ID3 to contact him and say, hey, let's do a race or something. You use whatever Model 3, I use the ID3, and which is not a contest. Model 3 would always win. Charges faster and consumption, I think maybe it's the same or even a bit better under ID3, who knows, but the charging is just way bad. I bought the Standard Range Plus with a supercharger, it's plenty. That's true. That's true. Standard Range Plus is amazing. It's an amazing car, and especially now with Finnegan, stop it, cat bugging me. Especially now with all the internet connectivity that Standard Range Plus got. When I looked at it, there was no internet connectivity, only in the, what was I saying? Only in the dual motor. And yes, Björn Nilan, 10 hours with Tesla Model 3. Yeah, that was nice. Okay. Okay. 10 hours is a great time. I'm just so sure that the Taycan can do it even faster. I mean, it charges under 30%, it charges with 250 kilowatt. So you can go amazingly fast, and therefore have your, and with this speed, yes, it's about efficiency and charging speed, of course. But if the balance is a very high speed, I think it could go faster. You're both sounding like you're trying to convert everyone watching to the cult. No, they're not. Come on, stop fighting about Tesla. If people like Tesla, that's okay. It's totally fine. This is not a ID3 channel. Just because I want one. There was journalists that did this. Then forget it. It has to be someone who really understands cars. So if Björn Nilan does the Taycan trip on a German highway, I believe him. But journalists, did they ever do this before? Even if I do it, I never done this before, then I would not trust myself. But I would do it as best as possible and plan a lot of things. The guy on channel said he could trim maybe 30 minutes to sub 9 hours. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Where's my plan? I have to look it up. I have to turn on the computer and look it up, because this was awesome. Where are we? Can you say Tom Martin isn't with? I don't know who that is. Björn likes racing. Yes, he does. Oh my God, you versus Björn on the track. Not on the track, a road trip. And of course he will win, because I never drove in Norway in my life, and he knows every little road in Norway. What's everyone drinking except Chris? No, I'm not drinking anything. Can you beat Björn at banana box test? Yes. Can you do 1,000 kilometer challenge in the app? I wanted to do 1,000 kilometer challenge in the app, but I couldn't. I didn't have time for it. I apologized Apologized about that the last time when I did the live streaming. I got the e-app. Then somebody very close to me got very sick, and I didn't want to be too far away. That's why I didn't do the 1,000 kilometer trip, because I calculated with the amazingly slow charging speed of the e-app, it would have taken me 16, 17 hours, and I didn't want to do that like that. And then my wife got sick, and then I got sick, so I didn't. The only long trip I did was with the was to Prague, the 450 kilometers. Gonna try reach beyond banana chest. Yes, sounds like yeah, would take some time. Oh yes. Okay, here I have my. Oh, I can show you. I do it on the other way. Where can I switch the camera? No, this. No, wrong one. This was my plan for the Taycan. Can you see that? Yes, I'm totally fine. My wife is fine. It's all cool to move you around. So I thought we would start here, and then, oh, the first charger is 146 kilometers away, then 100, 140, 100, 114, and then the whole thing back. And I calculated, oh, 9.5 hours. That was my calculation. So they're pretty good. I take it all back. I take it all back. This is I calculated 460 kilometers, and like I said, 5 minutes of to get to the charger, and then the charging time. I looked up at a charging screen how many kilowatt hours it charges. This is wrong. Did I change that? It's not always 60 kilowatt hours of charge. Ah, yes, I always charged. I calculated that I will always charge 18 minutes, and I will drive as fast as possible to only use 60 kilowatt hours. This was my plan, and therefore, yeah, it would be 400 minutes plus the charging time plus the plugging it in, and this was 9.5 hours. So if the chargers are directly on the highway, you know where the chargers are. They're not occupied. But what I noticed with Ionity is that plugging in and charging takes long. So you get there, plug it in, and then you have your card, and then you start, and it takes at least 20 seconds till it starts. So driving there with everything, unplugging, stopping, going back out onto the highway, and then driving to your 180, 190 kilometers an hour again, pretty sure it takes 5 minutes. Pretty sure. Have you seen any DC charging tests with the Volkswagen ID.3? No! I have seen 2 pictures. One picture, it was charging amazingly fast, and I was happy. I showed that in a video of mine about the ID.3. It was also in the pre-booking event playlist. And maybe it was the features. This was the feature video of the ID.3 that all the features that I found out, all the new things. And this was an average of 90 kilowatts from up to 70%. I don't know where they started. This looked good, but then next move on their channel showed a charging screen from an ID.3 that was horrible. It was like 30 kilowatt of average charging, and that can't be true. Will ID.3 charge at 100 kilowatt? I'm pretty sure it will, and I'm pretty sure it will have a software limit on it. So it will charge 100 kilowatt, the same as the Model 3 standard range plus. It goes to, now that was before when it has a 100 kilowatt thing, now it has 170. So no, I'm pretty sure it will go up to the 100. stay there for a while and then go gradually down. This is what I've seen with Volkswagen cars so far with the e-Golf e-up. I'm pretty sure this is how they will do it. Maybe I'm saying this, they learned with the Audi e-tron battery, where when you've seen the charging of the Audi e-tron, that it's charging with the 150 kilowatt up to an amazingly high state of charge. It drops under 100 kilowatt, maybe above 80% or something. And if they can keep up that, so stay at 100 kilowatt and then go down to 75, up to 80%, that would be amazing for the ID.3 with that smaller battery. Where we are, I think they only had 3 chargers on the route. Really? So they drove, maybe they drove a circle? Maybe they drove somewhere, charged, and then went the other way, charged and went this way. This would be, of course, the perfect thing. You know the chargers, and maybe you have people there that can maybe even plug in and do the thing. That would be amazing. I was planning a route. So really going somewhere and then going back. So 500 kilometers there, 500 kilometers back. I mean, maybe a route would be better, but it's boring to drive. But if you know a stretch of highway, maybe, I don't know, 50, 100 kilometers, and you know that there's no construction or anything, and you can go 200 in the one direction, turn around, go 200, then charge and do the same again, maybe this would be faster. To think about it. But I'm not getting a Taycan soon. They never contact me back. So, yeah. Where was I? Oh, I wanna. So they are not so in app then. I don't know what that means. At some point you said that the up to 100 kilowatt charging power for ID.3 means 100 kilowatt. Any reason for stating that? Up to means nobody has seen the ID.3 charging 100 kilowatt. I think so, but nobody knows. They say 100 kilowatt charging, but we know from the Hyundai Kona it said 100 kilowatt charging, and it charges with max of 77, I think was the highest ever seen, but normally it's 73, 74. So and up to 100 kilowatt also means it's not starting charging with 100 kilowatt and stopping. It will start and then gradually go down. The question is, when will it gradually go down? Will it go down at 30%, 50, 70? Of course, the higher the better. God, I have to go through a lot of questions. 46 people here. Hello to everyone. Where? Oh, we got you all so fast. Gee, you have some old unsupported gadgets on the screen, as I do. What the hell? Yes, Windows 10, but I love the clock and the calendar to show me the date. I don't want to go down to the taskbar and see what the time or the date is. That's why I have those. Yes, I'm old-fashioned. What's your favorite beer? None. I don't drink beer. Never liked it in my whole life. If I drink alcohol, then it's gin or Kahlua or something, but mixed. I'm more of a cocktail person, but I rarely drink. Blow the base Taycan away. Quicker and longer battery plus supercharging at half the price. No, if you have a Taycan, you can charge at Ionity charges for free for 2 years. So that's a bit cheaper, but the Taycan, of course, costs way more than Tesla Model S Performance. What's the price of this? 65,000, and Taycan starts at 100. So don't think about prices. The Taycan is not a competitor for the Model 3 performance. This is not the same thing. I think the Taycan is just made for sporty driving, for track and stuff like this. And for Porsche people like that. Why would you drive a 911? It's not a car or RS3 or what the name is. Okay. Do you know if it's good or bad to fast charge the batteries in EVs? I have. Of course, every time you charge a lithium-ion battery very fast with a very strong current, it degrades a bit more than if you charge it with slow AC charging. That's what everybody knows, and that's why Tesla has a limit. If you do only supercharging, after a year or two, if you do it amazingly often, then you get a charging limit because they're afraid that the battery can take damage. And this is with every battery. If you have a Hyundai Kona and you only charge it on Ionity with 70 kilowatt, and the second when it goes slower, you drive again and do it again, and you do that for a few years, it degrades more than if you charge it at home with 2 or 5 or 7 or 11 kilowatt. It's just how it is. That's sadly is the way. But why would you do that? Normally, a normal car use means that you charge at home and go to work, and then sometimes you go a trip. If you need to do trips all the time, this is the problem. I'm setting. Fast charging is in principle bad for biology, but not terrible. So, hey Chris, do you have any plan to test the Corsa E? I would love to test the Corsa E. I contacted Opel for the Corsa E, but they didn't reply. They don't care about me. It's a very decent car, and I thought about getting the Opel Corsa E. My problem with it, close the door again, then the cat can scratch again and come back in. My problem with the Corsa E was the low range. I think what I want in my electric car, everybody's different, everybody needs something different. But what I want in an electric car was said it, I want to go in the winter with winter tires, with heat on, with bad weather, uh, 200 kilometers without having to think about it that it would work. And I think 50% of the range that the ID3 has, the same with the Hyundai Kona, that works. I had the Hyundai Kona in January, and the range was always above 300 kilometers, even, but it has a heat pump. But it was totally fine. So, and the Opel Corsa E, or the same with the Peugeot E208, with the 330 kilometers of range, WLTP. That means in winter. The same with the Renault Zoe ZE50, which I contacted them for a press car, and I will be getting one, but not right now because of the pandemic. So I will get it when everything cools down. Then I get the Renault Zoe to test, and I will try to do all the tests that there are that I couldn't do with the e-up, and do 1,000 kilometer thing, and do charging tests, and range tests and consumption tests. But my problem is, I think that the range in winter will be at around 150 to 200 kilometers, and then you have to, drive a bit slower. And if and for me, 200 kilometers is my minimum that I want in the winter. That's why for me those cars are not it. The price is amazing, and I think it's very close to what ID3 is doing with the small battery. Did you consider the Peugeot E208? Is what I said. It wouldn't be too small. I'm fine with the size of the Zoe E208 or the Corsa E. Totally fine with that. It's the range. And I don't like that the Corsa E and the Peugeot are made from fossil cars just changed to electric. I like that, for example, Tesla, that ID3, ID4, that even Zoe is built up from the ground as an electric car. That I like that. When Björn did his 24-hour M3 test, I only made the charges free for that day, so he did not have to swipe his card. It was quicker to connect. That's true. That would be amazing. And I contacted Ionity if they want to sponsor is the wrong word, but if they want to, give me a card so I test the cars with Ionity. They always see the Ionity chargers. I tell you guys that this is Ionity charger. Then you can see the speed, you can see the availability, you can see all the data that's there, and that it works. And they can maybe give me a discount so it's cheaper, but they never replied. They don't care. I'm talking performance Model 3, not the long range that Björn has. But no, what? I'm talking performance Model 3. The Björn has the the long range performance. I don't think there's a performance Model 3 without not long range. I think that's wrong. Yeah. Corner charges 100 kilo with return braking not on charger. It's possible. Okay, and how and why would that affect 100 kilometer time? What was the question? Sorry, maybe I'm a bit behind. Do you test cycles in the charge curve to avoid the drops in your 1,000 kilometer challenges? Huh. I don't get it. There are E200 available in UK for 23 brand new. Yes, the E208 and the Corsa are amazing prices, and the ID3 with the small battery would also be a great price. What are your favorite food? I like pizza and noodles. Yes, that's my main thing. Yes, 911 GT3 RS. That was not RS3. That's Audi. That's true. Yeah, this is what I meant with Porsche. This is a car for racing and for cornering and stuff like this. Not, and I think the Taycan is in that thing, just electric. Hello, Chris. How are you in this COVID period? Hope well for you and your family. Will Volkswagen give you any update about the situation of your pre-order? I'm well. My wife was sick. I was sick, but not with that. It was a normal sickness, and we're all fine. I'm only 50% at work. The rest, the 30% of the rest, I get paid from the government. So I'm only working half time right now, just for April, and then if the pandemic goes on, then it's May too. VW didn't give me any updates. I contacted Volkswagen last week. I contacted my main person that I have in contact with, that I like a lot, and I think he likes me too. He always calls me, and we have nice chat about everything, but he didn't reply, so maybe Volkswagen is in stress with all this stuff. And the other person I contacted was the test press car person who gave me the e-up, and I asked for an e-Golf if I could have one. But no reply there either. Hopefully, in the current situation allows it will be Eastern Germany in July. Would like to buy you a coffee. Ah, it would be nice. The next holiday, I'm pretty sure, will be Eastern Germany, Dresden, Prague, and then Dresden. We will like to do that, but whenever, who knows when we can ever do that. My daughter asked if you were American. I said no. Then you were German. She said, you speak English very well. Thank you very much. I try. I know I always say wrong things that a native English speaker would not do. But you know, I'm German and I'm trying my best here, and it's fine. I think it's okay. And the people who complain the most that my English is bad are Germans on the videos. I see it all the time. Oh God, so Americans or people from Britain, Ireland, they don't complain. It tells you something. uh, I heard some recommendation to only charge to max 85% for best longevity. Would you agree? Yes, that's true. The longer the higher the state of charge is without using it, the worse it is. And it's the same with everything. So even smartphone or whatever, if you have a lithium ion battery, you can charge it to full, but then you have to use it. So do not charge your phone full and then turn it off and leave it there. There's a lot of power in that small compartment, and this so much power it can destroy stuff in the battery. You don't want to do that. That's why all the new electric cars have a charging limit. What do you think about Citigo EV? It's the same as the e-up. It's the same car, looks the same, has the same features, totally fine. But it's not that much cheaper than the Volkswagen e-up. I did the configurator with Seat Me Electric and the Skoda, this is how you say it, and Volkswagen e-up. There was not a lot of price difference. Corsa E is very well equipped. For the price range is an issue for me too. It's very well equipped. I saw the first edition, everything that looks good. Do you prefer 208 or Corsa design? I prefer the The interior of the Peugeot looks nice. Especially the instrument cluster, I like that a lot. But what I didn't like, I don't want leather seats. So real leather seats. I'm a big animal right person. I don't want a dead animal in my car. And so this is and the Corsa has doesn't have that. That's why I would like the Corsa. But for me, the problem with the ID3, of course, is the heated steering wheel, which is still leather. That's the big problem, and that was a big decision to still get it or not. Have you seen a Zoe 50 yet? I had a look, quite liked it, and you said it's designed as an EV, has better space like the ID3. No, Zoe 50 is a great car. They updated the Zoe from the ZE40 to the 50 a lot. Outside just a bit, but now it has adaptive cruise control and LED lights and CCS charging. And finally a normal screen and normal instrument cluster. It looks grown up. It doesn't look like a toy. And they did very well. I like that they're using special materials for the seat that was recycled. That's really nice. I would love to get the press car, like I said, and I will get one. Turn off the computer, don't need that. But it's way smaller than the ID3. You have to think about it. When I designed the Zoe, and sorry, and I didn't change too much in the space-wise and exterior-wise. The Zoe was not meant to have a lot of space. The ID3 was built so the interior has the space of the Passat from Volkswagen. That's a big car. You go to Germany every year. We love it. That's good. Enjoy it. I enjoy it here too. Tell your daughter that over here everyone speaks English. Let's have it. Great. Thank you, Chris, for doing these shows and chats. We'll keep following, but need to go now. Okay. Bye, Wim. Did I say it right? And the cat is back. Yes. In and out. You don't know what you want. Hello Sweden EV Guru. That's true with the charging curves, but that's different in every car. Some cars they can charge very strongly for a very long time. I've seen a lot of electric cars charging, and you're right with what you say. A lot of cars charge slow in the first 5% or 10% sometimes. Then they charge very fast to around 50, and then it goes down, down, down. But for example, I've seen the Audi e-tron, which charges very different, and it's just 150 kilowatt the whole way. Then it goes in steps. Kona Electric does the same thing, so at a special percentage it just goes down a bit and then down a bit, but it charges so amazing. That's the only good thing about the Audi e-tron. I don't like the car at all. Thank you for the answer, Chris. Greetings from Italy. Greetings back. Thank you. My English is very good. Thank you. God, you're so nice. Are you okay with the e-up DC charging speed? No! You have seen my last video with the e-up. And max charging speed was 34 kilowatt, and it goes under 30 kilowatt very fast. So it's not a long distance car, the e-up, and I want that. Does anybody use Ionity anymore after the price increase? Here in Germany, yes, because first of all, if you have an Audi, if you have a Porsche, if you get any ID car, you get it way cheaper. With any ID car, you get it for 55. No. No, if you cannot charge 100 kilowatt, then you get it with the 79 cent per kilowatt hours. But if you have ID3 that can charge with 100 kilowatts, so the first edition or the 58 kilowatt or the 77 kilowatt hour battery, then you get 55 cent on the Ionity charger for kilowatt hours. And if you pay 10 euros a month, you get it for 30 cent. And right now, Porsche, you get with the Taycan, you get Ionity for free for 2 years. If you have Audi, there's a card, or you pay 15 euros or a month, and then you get it cheaper. Then Mercedes has the same thing, where it's cheaper. And the biggest thing for all other people is the Maingau card, which I used for the e-up, is still at 35 cent right now per kilowatt hour, and they're keeping it. There was a rumor that they will change it, but they made a statement that they will keep it. Have you seen the new Polestar concept car? I have seen a few things, but it looks expensive. Living in an apartment could do about fast charging all the time. What do you think a person living in an apartment can do about fast charging all the time? So you mean that you don't have any possibility to charge at home? Then you have to maybe at work, and if not at work, then you have to do fast charging in between. And it's not amazing for the car, but you have to do it. 38 euros, I thought, for members. What's that? You mean Ionity has a membership too? I have no idea. I was nice about the charging speed. Really? No, it's 30 cent for Long Live Mango. Yes. 55 cent. It is a lot. That's true. Even 79 cent. You're totally right. It's a lot to charge to with your car to drive somewhere. But if you know the prices, that one Ionity park with 4 chargers or so. Yeah, somebody wanted to see the cat. That's Finnegan. What are you doing? Okay, not looking. Um, that one charging park with 4 chargers costs €1 million, and yes, it's subsidized by the EU, but then it's still €500,000, and they still have to pay for power. Of course, industry prices for power is way less. I think it's under 10 cent per kilowatt hour, maybe even less. But still, that means with 60 cent per kilowatt hour, they have to pay off a €500,000 charging system. That takes a while. There are a lot of people have to charge there. Where were we? Do you know if the ID.3 is in parking lots or for testing employees, or they already the ID.3 first car for us? I think that the cars at the parking lots are customer cars. I cannot believe that they're building something and then park it somewhere, and then they have to decide who's driving this. And I said it the last time, I asked if I can have one of those ID.3s to test out. And I was asked right away, do you have a prototype driving license? It's a special license. So not every employees of Volkswagen gets this car. They need to have a prototype license. And I looked into it. It's expensive and it takes some time. You have to know a lot of safety things for driving. So if something in the car doesn't work, and I didn't do that then. Oh, good. Where are we? Yes, there's 22 shopping malls, etc. can help. Yes, but if your car, yes, it's nice that there's a 22 kilowatt charger at the shopping mall, but ID.3 only charges with 11, like most EVs do, and then charging half a battery takes 2 hours more. Supercharger 26 cents. It changes everywhere, but I know here in Germany I've seen a few chargers and it was around 30 superchargers. And it's a great price. Don't get me wrong. And they had to. It doesn't have to be for free. It was amazing when Tesla superchargers were for free. That's nice. But it's of course amazing with Tesla and plugging in and it works. And then you get a bill. And I'm pretty sure Ionity and Volkswagen will do the same thing. That what is it? Plug and charge. I'm pretty sure it will come. I don't know if it will come in the ID.3. I will love that. Plug it in and it's done. Glad you love Elmos. I've got two. Anyways, I suppose that the steering wheel of the ID.3 is the only part not vegan. That's true. It is the only part. And I talked to Silke Bakschik in Dresden about that, and I told her that I almost didn't order the ID.3 because of that, and she said she's sorry. They are working on a solution so even the steering wheel is not leather. Right now they're keeping it, and it also has to do with this is a lot of people still think that leather means it's something better and special. We should have discount on ID.3 if they deliver without proper software. That's a hot question. I'm sure because of the pandemic, and with people maybe not ordering ID3, I'm pretty sure there will be amazing discounts, especially since they try to push leasing on the ID cars. So they will put warranty in there and maintenance thing and maybe tire changes and stuff like this. So it's possible that we get leasing with 0%. So maybe that could be possible. So that people say, "Oh, I can afford it right now," but when I don't have to pay extra, then it could be nice. In France, the biggest fast charging network corridor has decided to close most of the charging stations. Traveling in France with EV is gonna be hell. Energy is thought to be as dense right now. That's true. I planned a trip to France. My wife wants to go to the Normandy coast. She's a big World War II interest. I'm not saying fan, that's wrong. Just interested in this. And she wanted to go to the Normandy coast, and I planned out a route to go with the ID3. And the problem is, so to go to London, it's no problem to go with the Ionity. Every 200 kilometers, way less, there's an Ionity charger. But to France, that was a problem. Especially from Germany to Paris, there's only one in Reims. I have no idea how you say that. And that was bad. As far as I'm concerned, Tesla still don't have proper software charger. Not unlocking at home until you open the door. Eh? Mm-hmm. All charge companies should accept bank cards at the charger. Would be so much easier. That's true. Bank cards would be nice, but I think the future is, like I just said, the plug-in charge. The car tells the charger who it is, and then it's done. So you go there, plug it in, and it starts, like Tesla is doing for so long. We have to stop saying AC and DC chargers. We should say destination motorway chargers. Destination chargers will be on every street corner, so 5 hours to charge is fine. Um, it depends on the country. Here in Germany, we have DC chargers so often, somewhere, even at grocery stores, and AC chargers at home, or even though they sometimes are at grocery stores and something different, so it's always hard. What is the best charging card in Germany? It is Maingau. Maingau is the best thing. There's ENBW that has a fixed price for DC charging, 39 or 49 cent, depending what you are. I have the Auto Club Germany membership, and so I get it for 39 cent. But they threw out Ionity chargers this month, so since April you cannot charge with Ionity there. But Maingau is the best price, and so far it worked on almost every charger. I'd do discounts, yes, please. That would be nice. Why about which of my post? If you have an iPhone, you can use Siri to open the port. Closing the chargers. That's nice. What else? I wanted to say something else. What was it? ID3 Polestar. There was more. Yeah, I wanted to ask you what other YouTube channels you're watching, and it doesn't have to be EV. That would be interesting. I always want to see what people are also interested in. I mean, I'm because I'm a musician, I have one music channel, and that's of course Swedish Ola Englund. It has to be. But I'm only watching the FAQs on Sunday. That's the only thing. All the tests I don't work. Yeah, Fastnet chargers. Somebody's asking about Fastnet. Of course, um, in the Netherlands is amazing. They're everywhere, and they're okay prices. They're really okay. What do I play as a musician? I play guitar. Those. The amp is downstairs. I stopped playing. I had a band. Well, I played in a band, but I stopped playing a year ago. We had the last gig. It was Sylvester. Yes, it was New Year's Eve in 2018 to 2019. I think with discounts on Ionity, especially when you have a Volkswagen or a Volkswagen Group car, I think the prices are okay with the charging speed you get. So for Germany, I cannot speak for other countries. I watched White Sea Studio. Never heard of that. Do I think ID3 is expensive? I was expecting more, I have to say. When I saw the first video of the ID3 with fully charged in January of 2019, and they said all the specs and the prices and everything, I was expecting that the ID3 with a big battery, and I thought it would be above 60 kilowatt hours usable. I thought this would cost 35,000 euros, maybe even less. And yes, I thought less. I thought 30. This was my thought. But now we know that the small battery will be 30 and the next battery will be 36. So that's sad. I wanted that. I don't think it's expensive, but it's definitely not cheap. 40,000 euros for the car is a lot of money. Science channels. I watch a few tech channels. So Chase 2 Cent. I watch, of course, Linus Tech Tips. They're amazing with their ideas, and it's always interesting for me as a YouTuber to see other YouTubers how they're doing things. I like that. Of course, Björn Nieland when it comes to EVs. Hello, and then next move. What else? I have a few channels that I watch because of camera equipment. So Potato Jet and his real Gene Nagata, I think is his real name. I like those because I'm interested in video things. So I like my Canon M50 and I like to learn about this. And then with editing videos and what can be done and with sound. Some Italian website in the last week's talks a lot about the software problems managed in test phase. I see, you know, that's normal, but what do you think about software problems? We talked about it all the time. Yes, Volkswagen has problems, and problems, it means they have to make it work and have to code everything so the whole connection works. And I'm pretty sure the car will come in summer, but with not with all features, all the driving features, but not with all the entertainment features. Wow, what's some strange channel called Battery Life? That's a weird name. Battery Life. What the hell is that? Well, Bugatti is a two people's car. It's true. Björn Elon, China Driver, Chandler's Wildlife, Gamers Nexus. I watched a few, but it was a bit too nerdy for me. It was too much information, more into detail. That was too much for me. I have a Mango card ready and waiting for my ID3. Yes, right now. We don't know how long Mango will do the keep up the prices. They have a contract with Ionity, but who knows what contract it is. How much they are really paying for it. Channels Björn out of driving fully charged. Of course, fully charged. I watch too, but not all videos. Fully charged is amazingly cinematic filming. I mean, when they test the car, how they film the cars, driving in front of it, inside, outside, blah blah blah. That's just really amazing. My problem with fully charged is that it's all great. And this is where I always came in, where I thought I want to be different. This is why I love Björn Nieland. He's also not sugarcoating anything. So when he doesn't like something and he has a problem with something, he sees that it's not right, he will tell it. And even on his car, he always drove Tesla, but I'm pretty sure when there's a problem, and we've seen it many times, he tells it that's not right. In general, lots of cool studio tricks and equipment reviews. Björn, of course. Yes, Björn. Who? For good reviews, check out Bob Flavian. I don't know him. Independent, unbiased reviews of the live stream on Sunday afternoon, 2 to 5, all about motoring stuff. But it's not all electric. I'm not interested in. Back in the day, so many years ago, I watched just car things. What is in Salamandrin from LA, and he got me to know Tesla when he got his Model X, and then I was interested in electric cars. But now I'd only watch only electric cars. I don't care about any combustion stuff. And then of course MKBHD. I watch those. It's just amazingly made, and it's more about how the videos are made, not what's in there. I find it amazing that a video about a stupid phone can be made in such an amazing way. That's great. We're in the middle of April. Is the IDC configurator coming out this month? I was told, and I've seen a little graph in our Facebook group, ID3 Pre-Bookers Europe. Somebody posted a picture. Bye to Zagreb, Croatia. I saw a picture that the final configurator for first edition, so when you order, should come in week 21 here in Germany. This is May 18th. And then somebody else said a few weeks later ID3 will come. I don't know if that's true. And I think Volkswagen doesn't know right now. How many cats do you have? I have one. I have one cat and one dog. New Fiat 500 looks really cool. Maybe your wife will like that one. We're not getting two cars. We're only getting one car. That's all we can afford, and that's enough. I haven't seen the new Fiat 500. Car Pervert channel is amazing, more watchable than Fully Charged. I like him, Johnny. I watched a few videos on Car Pervert, but I don't know. I didn't. Maybe I have to try more. And I'm also amazingly lazy to find something new. So I'm not. I'm just sometimes scrolling, and if I see something I'm interested, then I watch this. Then it's done. So I have maybe watched 2 videos with Car Pervert. That was it. Have you seen Electric Vehicle Man? Yes, it's the Welsh guy. Am I right? He's not sponsored, and we'll tell like it is. That's true, and he was invited to the Mach E, and he gets all the cars very early. He's amazing, and his accent is amazing. I only like the videos when he does car things. Yes, it's very interesting. Thank you for your great videos. Always love to see them. I wait for my ID3 too. Sadly, I have to leave now. Bye from Denmark. Thank you very much for watching. Bye to Denmark. That's nice. He's in Yorkshire like me, just oop the road. Oh, sorry, now everybody's complaining. I didn't know. Sorry. No, he has a amazingly great accent, dialect. How you say that? I never know. He's awesome. Yes, when he talks. What I wanted to say. Yes, I'm not watching all videos all the time. The same as you don't watch every video I do. I know that a lot of videos that I make when it comes to detail of a car, a lot of people are not interested, but I am interested, and there are people who want to buy the car, and I think if they can see the instrument cluster and all the settings, and if they see something where they're like, I don't know if I want that, or they see something that they're like, hey, that's great. If I can show that, then that's fine to me. I like that a lot. Just don't call him Boyo. Who? EVM? What's his real name? I have no idea. He doesn't say. Even his first name doesn't have to be the whole name. We've seen his wife and his kid when he got the Model 3. That was amazing, though. You have to say that it's not everyone is so lucky like Björn Nieland who gets Model X for free, and that gets another Model S and gets all the cars. And then Andy is his name. I didn't know that. And so not everyone is lucky like Björn and gets all the cars, and then his YouTube channel is now so huge. I mean, have you seen Björn Nieland's Patreon site? He gets like 1,100 or something dollars a month. Yes, 20% is for Patreon, but 1,000 that's a lot of money. And then with the videos, I mean, he's living off that, and that's good. and I like that he's making the videos, but I liked it with EVM that he couldn't afford the Model 3, and he could afford it, but it would mean that it's amazingly high. The same as for me. That's why I didn't go for the Model 3. I would love it too. Um, and it's just nice to see that finally he got it, and uh, that's very makes me happy that he could get that. Huawei ID3, why do you have to pay extra for three of the four colors that they have chosen? Because that's done on most cars. When you go to most of the configurators online, to every car, there's one color that's for free and the other one costs extra. It should be a meetup with Björn, EVM, Copperwood, you and the others. I think that Johnny from Fully Charged is booked pretty full. I mean, he's also living off that. He's not just doing this. I think you can ask him to do anything at your company to present something or present the car or present, I don't know, gadget or whatever. That's his job. And then he also does journalist, and then he does Fully Charged, where I'm pretty sure, not owner. He gets paid every time he makes a video and does it for a few days. He gets paid for it. I mean, it's a whole company that pays people to do stuff. Fully Charged is big. And so he has his new own channel, so he has some extra when he has time off. Didn't he have a falling out with Fully Charged? He did? I have no idea. Really? Who has the best accent? I mean, to listen to, I'm pretty sure EVM has the best accent. Then it's me because I sound a half German, and then Björn Nieland, when he's speaking, Björn is always nice. He makes it all multi-culti. When you hear his videos and he's speaking English, and then you hear something in Norwegian, and then he's in Thailand, and you hear something in Thai. I'm not interested in the whole Asian countries. It's just not my thing. But it's nice that you can see multi-culti stuff. That's nice. The new presenters right now. So really, Johnny left? That's sad. Oh, he can do his own stuff. That's true. Björn accent is weird. No, it's not weird. No. Oh, I watched the Robert live streams, but maybe I didn't hear everything. You want to hear my German? Warum? Warum wollt ihr mein Deutsch hören? This was amazingly. How you say that? So in Germany we have a lot of dialects. So Bavarian is totally different than normal German, like you would write something. So that's really very different to speak Bavarian and speak formal German. I would be annoyed if I have to pay extra for the paint on my ID3 first, because when I ordered it, they never gave me prices on the paint, and the dealer said they will be all for free. If you're annoyed with that, I'm sorry. I'm not. They all, I think we all knew that there will be extra cost, because when they announced the lines, it said starting from the prices. And so I think all people knew something would be extra. And I thought it will be maybe heat pump extra on the line 2 and line 1, but it will be the color. And it's fine. I want white. I don't care how much it costs. I want white car. Try. Okay, what a sweet German accent. Thank you. Try Janku Lin from Switzerland. Never heard of him. Only EVs? There should be a no paint option. There is a no paint option. That's why it's for free. It's the non-metallic. What is the non-metallic color? Is it the turquoise? Some countries have all paint free. Ireland had one free and extra for white turkeys, and an extra for white turkeys and dark gray. What is left? The dark gray, the light gray? Is this the free one then? No idea. Anyone? So about Ionity again. Before I forget, there's a nice page, Ionity tracker, and they put down moon grace, the non-metal. Thank you. And they showed that they show all the Ionity charges and when they're starting to build, when they're done. And there's not a lot of stuff happening, of course, right now because nobody building anything. And there are at 220 something done chargers in Europe, and 47 are being built right now. So 275 altogether. I don't think they will get to 400 this year. I heard the recent lease deal will probably be really interesting. I heard that too. Nobody knows. I hope they're stepping up. I hope that Volkswagen, like I said, they're trying to push leasing. I heard that so many times. We heard it at the pre-booking event in Dresden that they want to push leasing a lot. And we've seen it in Spain when they had the event. Uh, what I wanted to say, and so I hope that they put a lot of stuff in there that's interesting in the leasing. The charge, oh my God, is there any other charging company giving Ionity discounts? I have a charge pass already. Yes, they are. Like I said, Maingau. I don't know where if you can get Maingau in your country. I have no idea. You're right about the ID3 and the color. They should have said that this color is for free and the other costs more, especially when you have to decide for the color before. That's true. They should have done that. The deals for non-leasing, we'll see. I'm just speculating here. I have no idea if there will really be. Can't get Mango in UK. Damn it. I'm sorry. That's a problem. Yeah, but don't you have other things? I mean, they're building they're building a lot of Ionity chargers there right now, and they're popping out everywhere. I mean, like almost 10 or something I've seen. White is definitely the sexier color. What I like about the white is the contrast with the black roof, but the Seat Elborn with all red, it looks nice too, without the hood thing and without the extra roof. But that was very important to them. I saw that at the pre-booking event, the big tires, so that the car doesn't look so high, because it's a bit higher than a normal Golf. That's why they gave it the big tires. And also that the roof is black. That was very important to them. And that's why when they had the roof black and the hood black, they didn't, the trunk, then they thought that it doesn't look good when nothing on the hood is black, and that's why there's this horrible. I really don't like it. The thing in the hood from the ID3 that's then black. Not a fan of that. I would have preferred it the normal way. But you have to say something. Yes, the ID3 costs 40,000 euros. That's a lot of money. But the Hyundai Kona, which is built on a fossil car, just changed out some things. And yes, it has more range, same motor, front wheel drive. But the Kona costs 46 or something right now. And they updated it, it's great. But when you look at the Kona outside with the lot of plastic that is outside, it looks way cheaper than the ID3. Inside, a lot of people are complaining about the ID3, that it looks amazingly cheap inside with the whole plastic thing. I'm okay with that, but I'm coming from an amazingly cheap car interior, so I don't know. I'm totally fine with that. Where are we? There we are. I was going for white, but I thought my first electric cars has to stand out, so I went for turquoise. If you can't use chargers in your area, will Huawei give the difference back? No. I personally hate the stickers on the sides. Yeah, I don't get that too. The stickers thing, because even at the Frankfurt Motor Show, I saw some stickers go off. I hate the black roof. Terrible in the sun as it traps the heat. Wish it was all one color. I don't hate the black roof. I think with the white it looks good. When it comes to heat in the summer, I have no idea if it would do that. That would be a problem. But they have it with the panoramic roof. Does ID3 have a front boot? No, it does not. When you I have a few videos where you open up the front boot or front the hood, and it's full with electronics, so battery, coolant. The front, it's different than a lot of people don't see that, and then that's why they ask. This is not a sedan or I don't know, so like a Model S or Model 3. The front is amazingly small. It's very, very small. The inside of the car where the people are sitting of the ID3 is really big. The trunk is not that big for the size, what space you have inside, and the front is very small. So there's a lot of stuff in the front. Like I said, coolant for the battery, washer fluid. They want to put level 3 for autonomous driving stuff in there at some point. Heat pump will be in there if you have it, and of course the air conditioning. So there's no space for that. And if, then it would be a tiny small. If you see a girl on Swiss roads, YouTuber too, but I don't like her weird accent. I have no idea who that is. There are no fruit. Yes, a new energy has appeared near me, Polar, and a new firm grid surface making lots of charging stations like petrol service station. Yeah, we don't have that. Only a few petrol stations have charging stations here. Normally the chargers are in big cities like in Munich. They are with grocery stores and other stores. That's amazing. Well, good news if those stickers can go off. I don't know if this was just a problem at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Would have been nice to have more real colors like red or blue. This will come with the full configurable ID3, but for the first edition they went with something special. I'm sure there was a long decision what colors to take that people will like but look a bit different. So first edition will stand out a bit. ID3 is plastic inside and spares to save weight. I don't know if it's all about space, about saving weight, if it's that much. No idea. Trunk is bigger in ID3 than Golf, just a tiny bit. The trunk is not that much bigger, but the interior where people are sitting is way bigger than the Golf. That's the whole point of designing the ID3. And if you've seen the presentation from last May 2018 of the ID3, they had this amazing graphic where you can see the normal Golf. So those would be the wheels, and this is the front of the car, this is the back, and this would be the Golf. And then it was like this, so that the space inside is more, but the front is smaller and the back is smaller. And that they could do that because of they designed it as an electric car, and that's just amazing. That's the important question for me today. Do you think we'll ever have a chance to see a multipler EV? What is multipler? Never heard that. Is this a car? Or is this a special technology? I have no idea what that is. What's multipler? I'll play. I said it. Fiat. No idea. No idea. It all depends what cars Fiat is doing, and they're not too big when it comes to EVs, I think. Can you test the new Golf to see what the center console is like? E-Golf, yes. Normal Golf, no. E-Golf, I asked Volkswagen, they haven't replied to me yet. Because there's a long-range Model 3 dual motor and a dual motor performance Model 3. Two different models. In Germany, I can order 3 Model 3s, standard range plus, dual motor long range, dual motor long range performance. Nothing else. Who's pushing the Fiat 500 or Fiat at all? Um, I've seen the video with Björn Nieland with the old Fiat that only can charge a Type 2. Good long trip there with charging so long. My new normal Golf has same console as ID3. That's true, and this is where you know the new Golf has almost the same multimedia system and the same button, same design. And there you can see if the Golf is already being delivered. Is that true? The Golf is being delivered already? Then you know that the infotainment system is already working. And I'm pretty sure that ID3 driving is working because I drove it. And they have e-golf and everything, so they know how to do it. So the thing that they're working right now is all to do with entertainment. I'm not pissed off about the software issues. I told you that 1,000 times. I know this was the plan all along. That's why they said they're starting building the car in November, and they're still working on the software. And again, software means not that you go in and that you can drive and you can see navigation. Well, software I heard Golf was delayed because of software. I had no idea. Then maybe not by a few months. Oh, okay. I have no idea. I'm not pissed about that. I really think that the problem is the whole integration of outside internet thing. Right now with eGolf and eUp, you can with WeConnect you can see that, but they want it like Tesla is doing. And for this, it's not just a bit of software in the car. You have to have servers somewhere that connect to this and then connect to chargers and then to the car and stuff. This all has to be coded somehow, and that it works nice, and that takes some time. And they maybe were underestimating it. Um, Maybe Golf has internet connectivity as well. Is that possible? I don't know. Um, mm, I can see that the ID3 will come out as scheduled in summer of 2020. I hope in June. I really hope in June. When if we're all not lucky, then in September. And the biggest problem that can happen is that you get the car, but you don't have any internet connectivity. This is what I expect. Also, lots of press have driven and reviews the Golf 8. I mean, if did they just drive it, or did they really play around with the whole system of the Golf? Maybe it's delayed because of something else. I have no idea. I'm not up to date with Golf. I don't care about this. I know that the e-Golf is now being built till October or November this year. So they really want to cross the thing between ID3 starting to be delivered and then e-Golf going down. And then e-Golf is done for this year. Fully reviewing assistant, parking assist, etc. So yes, then I was right. I'm pretty sure that it's all about the connectivity with the ID3, with the world, with having Spotify, with connecting with WeConnect in a different way. Right now, WeConnect, when you connect to eGolf and eUp, it's very slow and sluggish and doesn't work really well. And this has to work the same as this has to work the same as Tesla does. They drive it, watch lots of videos to see the infotainment system similar to ID3. Chris, Model 3 has vegan leather, including the steering wheel now. No dead animals. That's true. It's been for a while. Since last year, they mastered the heated steering wheel without leather. Volkswagen did not. What is the German regulation regarding the maximum time gap between the date of the purchase contract and the date of the car's delivery? Since I haven't ordered it, so I have no contract, they will know how much time there is. I have no idea what's the maximum time gap. They will just do the orders then when they know they can deliver. This will be the thing, and it's very likely when I talked to some people at Volkswagen, when even at the dealership, when you finally order the car, when you put down, when you know this is my price, I want to pay that way, it's very likely that just a few weeks later delivery will start. In Germany, I don't know if it's how it is in other countries, but this is what I heard. I'm Italian, but I don't like and especially trust Fiat anymore. I have a Golf and like German quality of cars in general. I cannot say that. I never owned a German car. I mean Opel. Yeah, maybe no. Opel is in the whole French thing, isn't it? Yeah, but maybe it was not back then. What is the price when you have a service your EV compared to a gasoline car? Depends on the car, but the big advantage from an EV is that there's no oil change, that there's a lot of moving parts, and that the brake wear is way less because you have a regen. And have you seen? I've seen a video where somebody was doing a Model S checkup and then saw that the guy who was driving it did not use any real brakes and there was rust on the brakes, and so sometimes you have to brake a bit more. But the brake pads and the brake disc lasts way longer. There's no way less moving parts. The problem with electric cars is if there's something wrong. So if the motor doesn't work or the battery doesn't work, then most likely parts of the battery or the whole motor have to be replaced. That's the difference. Porsche has a heated race tech steering wheel, so VHE can do it. Uh-huh. Okay. I had no idea. But for Volkswagen, maybe it costs too much. That's why it's all a price need thing for Volkswagen, pretty sure. 49 people here. That's amazing. I'm doing this for 2 hours. God, this is what I like. I like that it's not a lot of people here. Like I said, 49 plus me, that's 50. It's amazing. I like that we're just talking and you're saying something and then we can talk about something. Why not? I saw a video where you could see that the big battery was at 83 kilowatt. Is the big 77 kilowatt is an 83? Do you know if it's allowed to charge it 100% as there's always more battery? So every battery size when they say it. Hi from Berlin. Enjoy your channel. Thank you. Hi from almost Posso. Hallo. Do some German here. Where was I? Volkswagen Auto Group. Yes, by the price thing. Agree with you. Where was I? So even in the first edition ID3, where you have 58 kilowatt hours net capacity, you have a buffer on the top. So if you drive ID3 or other cars, it's not just ID3, it's every electric car. If you drive it and the car says you're out of battery, you're dead, I won't drive anymore, there's still stuff, energy in the battery. It's just a buffer, because if the lithium ion battery is totally empty, that can damage the battery. And the same as the top. Tesla is charging amazingly high, so the buffer on top is pretty low. Nissan the same thing. That's why when you drive Model S, Model 3, I don't know about Model 3, I know Model S or Nissan Leaf, when you're at 100% and you have it in full regen mode, there is no regen, nothing at all. Kona, on the other hand, was different. There was a good buffer on top. Even when you're at 100% and you drive and you still have good regen, it's not full regen, but good. e-up was the same. It had regen, but not full. And ID3, I'm pretty sure, will have the same thing. So the 77 kilowatt hour battery from the big battery ID3 will for surely be an 83, but just has the buffer. That's what it is. We're not allowed to go anywhere during lockdown. That's why you're here and watching, huh? Otherwise you'd be... If ID3 is delivered without internet, it cannot be updated via air. That's true. And even if everything would work right now, when I was at the, like I said it a lot, I'm sorry, when I was at the pre-booking event for the ID3 in Dresden last year, I heard from Silke Bakshik that even back then, there was no talk about software problems or now the pandemic. Nobody was talking about it. And she said the first update has to be done at a dealership. I don't know why. Maybe they already knew that they will not be have working over-the-air updates when they will release the car. But the first update, you have to go to the dealership. They will put on a new software or anything, and then afterwards you have over-the-air updates. If Volkswagen will come up with software updates the same as Tesla, nobody knows. It's possible that in the first year or even more, we get updates that have to do that everything is working and bug fixes and stuff like this. But if there have a lot of new features, so get Spotify after a while, get maybe Netflix, YouTube, who knows? We don't know. We'll see. Up, me, or Citigo EV, which one do you pick and why? I wouldn't care. For me, they're all the same. I saw a Citigo EV from outside. I drove the Volkswagen e-up for 2 weeks. I don't care what the badge in front says, as long as they have the same options. And for me, options means a CCS plug uh, and cruise control. Whatever multifunctional steering wheel would be nice. Seat heaters, if they have this, then I don't care. Do you know if you can change the battery cells without removing the whole battery bottom? I don't think you can do that with any car. Even Tesla, you have to get the whole battery pack down, disassemble the battery, and then you have the different battery packs. They're all packs with more cells in them, and then you can change cells. We were promised price would be similar to mid-spec Golf. That's true. I was a bit disappointed, and I said that before too with ID3. When it all started, it was all about we're bringing now an electric car with the price and the range, a range above 400 kilometers, and a price of a mid Golf. But the mid Golf is the small battery with not that much range and with no features. So it's true right now, and I don't say they were lying, but they were sugarcoating the everything. I think that the ID3 cannot be as cheap as people want it. They maybe talked a bit too much before. They should have not done that. It should have been all normal. We're bringing a 400 kilometer electric car based from the ground up, blah blah blah. It costs this much, and then nobody would complain. That I would have preferred that. I think that would have been better. Electric cars right now cannot be as cheap as their gasoline equivalent. Just not possible with the battery prices. In a few years, that can be done when there are more suppliers for batteries, and then we'll all get cheaper, and then it's possible. But right now, no, it's not possible. We can do an ID3 Europe event in the future to meet other ID3 owners. Could be interesting. That sounds great, but I'm pretty sure that the ID3 like Volkswagen wants it to be a people's car, a Volkswagen, and I'm pretty sure those 37,000 ID3 first editions will go to their owner in a few. So everybody will have the car in within a few months, and so there will be a lot of ID3s going around, and then the normal ID3 will start, and a lot of people will buy that. Then the small ID3. I'm pretty sure when we get the first edition, a year later, ID3 will be a normal car on the road. So there will not be, hey, like a Model 3 right now. Where I live, I think since so not at motor shows or anything, I've seen 2 Model 3s. I think ID3 will be more. There seems to be a change with the rapid charging from individual chargers to building charging stations like the Fastnet, which includes a shop, toilets, and a solar canopy with on-site batteries. I think what it all depends. Uh, I have been to Fully Charged live. I like him a lot, so I've watched not everything, but I watched a bit. Um, I think now chargers, because charging stations are expensive, I think they're all uh, trying to build a charger there where there is already something. So at a gas station or on the highway at a gas station. That's why Onity does that. I think this is where they're going to. And I think in the future, right now, yes, charging is a process, but I think in the future, in a few years, every car will charge like Tesla is doing now. You go on a trip, and then you charge for maximum of 20 minutes, and you go another 200 kilometers, and this is how you drive. This will be the normal thing, and then maybe on those charger is something, so people do something in those 20 minutes. Maybe you're right. On a regular Kia, you can place the cells that are defective without piling out everyone else. It should be just as smart on the MAB platform. I don't know if it's that smart that you can take out a cell by so easy. And if they think that the cell will malfunction, that you have to do that. Huh. Why can't we poach Tesla software engineers? Who knows? I know that Volkswagen has I mean, there have been reports that Volkswagen has a lot of people working on the software. Gridsurf are building a charging hub in UK with more to come. Huh. Okay, so this is the what you said, the location with food and toilets and everything. I said it in my e-up video. Chargers are missing, except for Fastnet, are missing a big thing, and that's a roof. Even Ionity. I was at the Ionity charger, and what you do, you park, get out of the car until it starts charging. You plug it in, put your card there, then it's waiting, identifying, and then it starts charging. That takes 40 seconds. If it's raining, you're 40 seconds in the rain. I mean, what the hell? Why is there not, especially above the charger, why is there not some roof? So at least then, so yes, plugging in, maybe you're in the rain for a few seconds, but then at the charger, that's why we need a plug and charge. You open the thing, plug it in, go back in the car. It takes 15 seconds. Oh, but the roof, of course, would be way nicer. Yes, Hyundai has shown Ionity. Do you think Kona will charge at 100 kilowatt or more in 2021? No. Hyundai will not change the car at all. They changed the onboard charger to AC to 11 kilowatt, and they updated the screen. I don't think there will be any more updates for the Kona, because the Kona is a great car and it sells very well. They're keeping it the way it is. The next Hyundai car will be a ground-up electric car, and then they will get all advantages from a ground-up electric car, not from the Kona that is also an ICE car. So this Kona that we have right now will never charge faster than 77 kilowatt, and the small battery is horrible for the Kona. They'll never get the small battery for the Kona. Never. It's charging horrible. How is the battery supplier for ID3? It's LG Cams, and Volkswagen always stated that the cell production should be no problem. And right now, when China was down, I think Volkswagen had enough cells, and now Volkswagen is down and they're producing again. Up, me, or Citigo? The question was here before. I don't care. I was gone for a second. Sorry. Oh, thanks, Callum. Bye. I said it before, up me or Citigo, I don't care. As long as it had my features, I'm fine with it. Had one of the guys from GridSurf on the Fully Charged podcast this week. Ah, cool. That's nice. Anything else that you guys want to talk about? I don't think I have anything. Nothing happened. Like I said, Polestar. I know that ID3 is now starting production in Zwickau again. Somehow. I don't know how, but they're doing it. No news from Volkswagen. I asked them. Nothing. No news on the e-Golf that I wanted as a press car. No news on the Renault Zoe ZD50, and nothing from Porsche for the Taycan that I asked Porsche for a press car. Maybe this week I send out another round to all the to all the car companies, and maybe any information on when the four-wheel drive ID3 will be released. I asked Silke Bakshik that, and there's not even a plan right now for an ID3 all-wheel drive. It's not a no, but they have no plans. The same with the ID3R. If there will ever be a sporty version of the ID3, I'm sure they're planning stuff and see how it is. You could go back to Prague for more donuts. No, I cannot. First of all, I don't have the e-up anymore. I would have to go with my normal fossil crappy car. And second of all, the border to the Czech Republic is closed for the next few months. So it's not even possible to go there. There are less than 40 working days until we hit June. But we should now, when they ship the cars around the EU. That's true. They should. That would be nice. Is anyone heard of the regular stereo system ID3? Is it with 5 speakers? I have no idea how many speakers. Can you compare ID3 interior quality to other cars, e-Golf Model 3? Quality, I have no idea. I'm not very quality of the interior, as long as it's not so hard that it hurts. It's not a big thing for me. I just noticed that sitting in the ID3, sitting in a normal position with the armrests, I have to go this, with the armrest here and here with the door, my arms were like this and like this on the steering wheel, and it was amazingly comfortable. Sitting in the ID3 with the armrest is my thing, maybe I'm just so old that I need that, but this was amazing, and e-Golf doesn't have that. E-Golf interior is just buttons, it's the Golf, just electric. If you like a lot of buttons, and in the Kona it's the same thing, then this is your thing. And I prefer more buttons, I have to say that. And I'm not a fan of the minimalistic design from the Model 3, with no buttons at all. But interior quality, I couldn't say anything. I'm not good with that. So I'm probably best trying to get a Polestar 2 then. So when it comes to all-wheel drive, yes, either Polestar 2 or Model 3 dual motor long range, they're very close when it comes to price. And nobody tested them. I have not seen, maybe I'm not following enough, I haven't seen any real tests with the Polestar 2 when it comes to charging, with consumption, how drive is. I have no idea. Do you have any special contacts top for Volkswagen? I don't have any top Volkswagen contacts. I have 2 contacts. I have the wonderful, very nice guy who invited me to the pre-booking event and wanted me to test drive the ID3. And I have a contact person at the press car department where I got the e-up from. That's all the contacts I have. I contacted many people at Volkswagen. The spokesperson for e-mobility told me, wrote me back once. That was it. But I don't have contact the whole time. That's it. 4-wheel drive and decent audio are things that would be great. Decent. I'm pretty sure decent audio. The ID3 will have that. Nowadays, that's also you have to think, electric cars with just no motor sound and no getting high, getting low with the revs of the motor, of the engine. Sorry, audio can be way better. So even if it's the same sound system, it can sound better in an electric car. And 4-wheel drive, I would like that too. If there would have been a possibility to get ID3 first edition with 4-wheel drive, but it will cost more, I would have gone for that. I like all-wheel drive as well, and I hope that it's a smart all-wheel drive. So if they need more in the front or more to the left or whatever, that would be nice. In Finland, all specs only have the standard audio. Huh. I heard that someone said that before, that they changed it, that the Beats sound system is gone in some countries. Again, this is something I don't get. Why would Germany have Beat system in there, but then Finland not? I don't get it. The Mach-E, the Ford Mustang, looks very interesting. And I told you that before. I contacted Ford for a press car, and there won't be any press cars till 2021. Yeah, I would like that. That sounds good. That Mach-E. Like to drive that. And it's nice that so many companies are coming out with electric cars, and nobody thought that Ford would do that. That's great. That's really great. Model 3 is a great car. Huh. They didn't say anything in Germany that it will change. Really? Is the entry method so different in the Mach-E? I haven't noticed. I have to watch more, huh? I don't know anything. You guys know everything. It's good. That's what I nice here. That's what I very like. Oh God, I can't speak German, English here. Yes, again, talking too much. True strange door handles. Ah, that's fine. Come on. You press somewhere and then something happens. Get used to it. Mustache. Yeah. But I have to say, I like it a lot that the ID3 has normal door handles. I prefer that. I really do. And I can't say it enough. I always say that, and I've seen it with the e-up too. The view outside of the car when you sit and you want to look out to the front or to the right, even in the back, not in the back, not is so much more better in the ID3 than an e-Golf or e-up. The door opens slightly, then you use a hook to open the door fully. Okay. Why? Why not just a normal door handle? Those door handles when they are inside the car, is it really that much safe efficiency? Is it that much that you need that? I mean, this is something where Model S or Tesla Model S would always be something for me where I'm like, I don't know, because um, the stupid door handles, and I see so many videos where they break and don't work. And so why? Just for a bit of saving, but then after 2 years I have problem with them. Don't want that. That Model 3 with those things, that's a great idea. It's cheap, it works, it doesn't break. It's a really great idea with Model 3. It looks cheap, yes, but who cares? It works fine. Oh. Anyone any news on the ID3 that I didn't know? Maybe in other countries. Do you ever try Ampera E? No. When I wanted to drive the car, I contacted a few Opel dealerships, and nobody had the car. And this was already the time where Opel said they will discontinue the Ampera E. It was at the time was a very interesting car. Instrument cluster was interesting with the round thing. I liked that you could see the charging speed. This was something unusual back in the day. Uh, I don't think the charging speed was very good, as I can recall. Maybe 50 kilowatt. Am I right? But it charged very high with that speed. So I think it was a good car. It was a good idea. It's too bad. But nowadays, I think so. In 2020 and especially next year, you can have to come up with something different. I've seen a few videos of the IDT driving on the road now. Yes, I've seen that too. I've seen a few videos. This is all employees driving the car. So 54 kilowatt max. I have had one for 2 years. Great. That's good. I don't know if the Opel is the exact same thing when it comes to charging. I think so. I've seen a video about the online manual, but I didn't watch the whole thing. That was too much for me. And if then I want to see it for myself and don't watch someone else go through the whole thing. And I'm also pretty sure uh, that the whole manual for the ID3 is not done yet. They will change a lot of things when it comes to software. The normal buttons, how everything works with charging and opening charge port and everything. Yes, this will be in there, but that's stuff that we all know. It's all about the infotainment system and then connectivity. This is the thing. Will ID3 be self-charging like the Toyotas? Of course it does. Regen is self-charging. Yeah, that was fun, huh? How that's amazing that Toyota can do that and say we have a self-charging car. Uh, I don't think they're allowed to show those videos anymore, those advertisements anymore. I think that's done. Oh, okay. Anything else? Do you like the BMW i3 might be upgraded to 58 kilowatt hour battery? Are you sure? 58 kilowatt in that small car. At my work, the is right on the side of my warehouse is a i3. There's not a lot of room for 58 kilowatt hour battery. I don't think that they can fit that yet. And they are at 40 right now, am I right? They updated it. Like Nira self-charging, great. I've never driven an i3. I think it looks horrible. The tires look horrible with the thin. And new cells go to 160. Okay, that's good. If they can do that, that's great. Um, uh, I was never a fan of the i3, but I also have nothing against it. I mean, why is it called suicide doors? I don't get this because they did this. I don't know. For me, it's just not a car I'm interested in at all. That's not my thing. Off to bed. Bye. That's nice. Have you seen the Volkswagen EV Check app? Yes, this is online since the Frankfurt Motor Show, since last September. In the beginning, it didn't work on Huawei phones, but now it works on almost every phone, as I know. I haven't tried it. I should have tried it with the e-up. Put in e-up and drive around and then see what they say, what the ID3 would have used. Bye, Nels, S. Nelson, whatever your first name is, sorry. They're called suicide doors because if you open them carefully enough, you can take out the cyclist. Ah, but then it's not suicide if you kill a cyclist. Then it's murder. Oh, God. I'm stupid. Sorry. I think that's it for today. That was 2.5 hours. I think that's enough. I'm in traffic as you're getting out of the car. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Um, if there is anything special that you guys want to talk about, then I think this is it for tonight. What is it? Almost 10 p.m. here. And I thought, like I said, I thought doing this every week, but I don't know when yet. I don't know if it's Saturday is better, Sunday is better. I really don't know. We'll see. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for your time. Always nice to get questions and talk about stuff what you are interested in. Was amazing. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care. Good night. Stay safe. That's true. Don't get sick. It's important. Oh, thank you for spending time with me. Bye. Bing.